What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Dan, the man with the plan, and you know what I'm saying. Hey man, we got my dog Rebound Football, the entire history of the NFL. Man, I used to watch my dog Rebound all the time, bro, and I just found out he has a football channel. This was posted 9 days ago. It's called The Entire History of the NFL. Y'all know I love football. Follow my heart. If I'm being honest, bro, any videos I love reacting to the most, it's NFL, bro. If it's NFL related, I'm gonna love it. If it's football highlights, football reaction, highlight games, I'm gonna love it. This NFL offseason, y'all, y'all can give me ideas on what type of football videos I could watch. I'm thinking about reacting to NFL throwbacks, or like it's just NFL like highlights of like players from last season. You feel me? But yeah, even stuff like this, bro, I would love to react to, bro. Y'all, I love staying within the NFL. I love watching NFL games, highlights, throwbacks, whatever it is, bro. NFL throwbacks could be like old player highlights, or it could be like old game highlights. Like it could be something like that, bro. Something like that, bro. Gee, we can go back in time and revisit some games, man. Why can't we? Why not? We should. I think it's a good idea, y'all. Y'all let me know down in the comments, bro, what y'all feel about it, especially to my NFL fans, bro. Love you guys. Love y'all NFL fans, bro. Y'all have shown me so much love, bro. And I just love the fact that y'all show love to my NFL vids, because the NFL vids are the ones I love doing, bro. I really do. I do not get paid out those NFL videos, bro. I get copyrighted strike. I don't get paid. But I don't care. I just love NFL. I love seeing what y'all think about it. I love posting TikToks about it and all that. Gee. But we're react to the entire history of the NFL. See what's going on. See how it happened. You got a big back. 27 minutes, man. Y'all better get your popcorn, man. Get your shotty.
Did you know the NFL used to look like this?
Just the
And
NFL.
the
That's
field
rugby,
used to be
man.
this small, or the players didn't use helmets. Much has changed throughout the years.
Dan Marino!
So, how did we get here? Well, it all
The
started
vibe
back in
is-
1892, when the sport was stolen. England made up this crazy game called rugby, using this field and this ball. So, Americans just took everything and called it football.
Oh,
The
word?
only difference was, they made football extremely deadly, because, well, they both didn't wear any helmets or pads.
That's crazy.
Instead of tackling, football players would fist fight, bite each other's ears off,
Mike
or even
Tyson?
gouge each other's eyes out. It was so
The
bad
fuck?
that by 1906, over 100 people had died from playing football, and
I mean, shit, I'd probably die too if someone's biting off my ears, man. They probably gonna try to bite off my shoulder and all that. The hell? Rugby's a physical sport, though. No cap, but if you play rugby, bro, you got that. Never touching that sport in my life, bro. I can imagine trying to hit stick someone with no shoulder pads, bro. No, I can't.
thousands of others became disabled. But in 1920, football became a game instead of a crime, when
1920,
a player
okay.
named Jim Thorpe formed the first ever pro football league, and finally introduced some rules which stopped players from
Shout
dying
out
so
Jim
much.
Thorpe!
They got some shoulder pads and leather helmets, told everyone to stop fist fighting, and legalized passing the ball. So now that things were official, they
He
decided
got
to
a
name the
cannon!
league,
Who the hell
calling-
was that?
legalized passing the ball. So
He
now that
launched
things
that
were
hoe.
official, they decided
Damn! Jip Bird and Kenny Pickett.
to name the league, calling it the American Professional Football Association, or APFA. Yeah, that name was booty. So 2 years later they changed it, and in 1922, the world was finally blessed with the NFL.
Yes, sir.
Now, there's 14 chapters in the NFL's history, and next up we got 1922, an era where the league was terrible. There was no Super Bowl, no game schedule. I mean, teams would literally play whenever they wanted. And when it comes to players, the pay was so bad, it wasn't a full-time gig. So the league was filled with milkmen and coal miners in jerseys. And let's just say they
Damn, man, that's crazy. Them wasn't playing football while having a full-time job, bruh. What the heck, man? Nah, I see why Jits say, like, I know this is 1920, man. It doesn't compare, but I see why Jits say Bill Russell played against plumbers and freaking farmers, man. Gee, I seen this one clip of, like, Bill Russell, like, having an all-star game with Will Chamberlain, bro. That shit looked so ass, bruh.
you were a fan that could look past all of that. Were you really gonna support the Columbus Panhandles, the Moline Universal Tractors, or whatever the hell this is?
The fuck?
Those were real NFL teams. It was impossible to be a fan, and the NFL knew it too, cause the league just wasn't growing. Over the next 20 years, things only got worse. I mean, 14 different teams went bankrupt, and those that did survive had to take out loans to pay their players. Plus,
Damn.
the NFL wasn't even the best football league. College football was literally 20 times more popular. It
I
was
ain't gonna lie, bro. That's how some people feel about it nowadays too. A lot of people like to watch college football more than the NFL. Me personally, I like watching the NFL more, but I know the college atmosphere itself is way better than the NFL.
looking like the beginning of the end.
Oh man.
But in 1949, the NFL came up with a genius solution, implementing 3 key changes that no other league had at the time. They
Russian
added
aggression.
set game schedules, started televising games, and to help with reducing injuries, the NFL introduced plastic helmets.
The inventor sure has faith in his helmet.
Damn weak ass helmet, bro. Plastic helmets weren't gonna do shit. They weren't gonna do shit, bro.
To try it out himself. And now
Wait, the fuck
watch
is he
him
trying
take-
out? What the heck? Bro, this man just ate a kick to the head for free, and I know that shit hurt. He's rubbing his head right now. Plastic helmet's not gonna do shit.
on the old beam.
Yeah,
Look,
along
bro,
with
how much did you get paid to do this, bro? How much did you get paid, fam? You got a kid with a plastic helmet on top of your head, bro.
new teams like the Colts, Browns, and 49ers. And
Bro, I can
all
put a
these
grocery
changes
bag on
worked
top of my
because
head
the
to ask more
1958 NFL Championship had become the most watched sporting event in TV history.
Nice.
See, the 2 biggest teams in the league, the New York Giants and Baltimore Colts, were facing off. And after going back and forth all game, the 2 teams went into the first ever sudden death overtime.
Oh,
so
dang.
everyone and their mom tuned in. I'm talking 45 million people, literally 9 times more than the year before. And
Oh,
after the
shit.
Colts took home the W, it became forever nicknamed the greatest game ever played.
Which is understandable. It's gonna be hard to be the greatest game ever played, especially because this was like the first like actual game when football started rising. I guess I'd say, because that much people watching the game's crazy. I mean, obviously you have games where that's gone back and forth nowadays, but bro, if you really think about it, y'all, going back to like the first championship game, the first ever championship game, y'all. That's crazy. And the first game being back and forth like that, going to overtime, that's gotta be one of the greatest games to ever been played in NFL history. And I can see why people could debate that it's the greatest. You can't debate that, bro. I'm a 2002 baby, bro. I was nowhere near born around this time, bro. Gee, shit. But you gotta give props when it's due, fam. Hey, man, go follow my Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch. All links in the description.
In the 1960s, a rival league was formed called the AFL, which introduced teams like the Texans, Chargers, Bills, Raiders, and Patriots.
Them logos are
and their
hideous.
owners were way more rich and way more greedy, so they were trying to take the NFL down by any means necessary, like stealing their players,
Oh,
nabbing their
really?
TV contracts. They even paid players so much that the NFL couldn't afford to stay in
Is that
business.
Joe Namath?
So the NFL had no choice but to play dirty back by stealing the AFL star players, like Pete Gogolak.
Who the
But after
fuck is
7
that?
years of back and forth, it became clear nobody was winning. So to avoid bankruptcy, the 2 decided to merge and become one league
There it
called
is.
the NFL.
There it is, bro.
Okay.
Imagine if they emerged and it was just called the AFL. That sounds so weird, bro. Obviously, we're so used to the NFL name, but imagine if they merged and like, hey, man, let's just become the American Football League, man.
Now, we've got 9 more chapters about the NFL's history coming up, and that's not all. We'll talk about the future, too, because the
Sheesh.
NFL will be implementing artificial intelligence that predicts plays before they even happen. And the
hell?
league wants to replace refs with AI. Yeah, the NFL's changing a lot, but if you want to
But if later on in the future we get AI bots, bro, the world's gonna be in shambles, man. AI bot? I mean, AI refs? Bot refs? Oh my gosh, fam. Imagine they malfunction, they call like a holding paw on some dumb shit, bro. They call like a game-changing play.
make a change, too, you should check out today's sponsor, BetterHelp.
Yeah, I love your videos, but let's be honest. Okay, there it is.
In 1972, one of the
Hey!
most controversial moments in NFL history would happen. During the final play of a 1972
Staubach?
AFC
Is that who it is?
playoff
Or is
game,
that Bridgewater?
Steelers quarterback threw the ball.
That's not
It bounced
Bradshaw,
off
right?
a player's helmet,
That's Terry
and
Bradshaw.
not only
That's Terry
that,
Bradshaw. Oh yeah, I've seen this play before.
it somehow fell into another player's hands, and the Steelers
Franco
scored
Harris.
the game-winning touchdown.
I
This
know my
play was
players,
so
y'all.
incredible, it became forever known as the Immaculate Reception.
Everyone
But,
knows this play.
Here's the problem. Back then, once the ball left a quarterback's hands, an offensive player could not catch a pass that had been touched by another offensive player, unless unless a defensive player had touched the ball.
That's kinda
But when you
dumb.
watch the tape back, it's impossible to tell if a defensive player
Yeah, 'cause
ever
it looked
actually
like- it looked
touched
like
the ball.
31 hit it.
So this
He did
instantly
touch
sparked
it.
outrage, with Raiders players and fans saying that catch should not have counted.
When a guy crosses a goal
The
line,
goal, R.I.P. John
it's either
Madden.
a touchdown or it's not. They didn't call it a touchdown. They didn't know if it was a touchdown. I went out. They said, get away. We don't know what happened. So now the referee leaves that huddle, and he goes over to the dugout on the Pittsburgh Steelers side, and he gets on the phone, and he makes a call to someone. Then he hangs up. Then he walks out into the middle field and says, touchdown.
Wow.
5 or 10 minutes later.
Yeah, because they didn't have like instant replays and stuff, did they? I mean, well, obviously they had to have if they showed it right there, but I don't know.
room. John came in and just said, guys, we got screwed.
They call it the Immaculate Reception. I call it the Immaculate Deception.
No, that was a catch, bro. I don't give a fuck what y'all say, bro. Raiders fans, I love y'all, but I'm sorry, bro. That's a catch, man. I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't give a fuck, man.
Yeah, and it's
Like, come on.
still
The Raiders player hit the ball, bro. Like, what the fuck? Bro, there's no way Raiders fans could cry about this, like, especially back in the day. Like, there's no way, bro. You have to have some common sense, bro.
being debated to this day. The rest of the decade, though, was all about domination
Bradshaw.
because the Steelers became a dynasty, winning
Why did I say Roger Staubach? What the fuck?
3 Super Bowls in 4 years,
Shush!
with 9 Hall of Fame players on their team. It was unthinkable, but they weren't alone, because the Dallas Cowboys won 2 Super Bowls, and were actually so good,
Was this
they
the last
became
time the
known
Cowboys
as
won?
America's team. But nobody won like the Miami Dolphins, because to this day, they're the only team
Bob
in
Greasy!
NFL history to have completed a perfect
Undefeated.
record season.
Yes,
going
sir.
17
And now we never go to the playoffs. I've been born since 2002. I'm 21 years old, and I've never witnessed our team win a playoff game. Now we're the longest team. We have the biggest drought to a playoff win now, y'all. Because the Lions won the playoff game. Golly. Don't tell me I'm going to be 50 years old when we get our first playoff win, man. I'm going to be depressed, y'all. I'm going to be balding by that time. I have to be, bro. I'm going to have to be balding fan being a Dolphins fan, bro. You serious, bro? I want to hold this one day in my life, bro. Come on. We're trying, man. We can't win no playoff game, man.
0.
That's it. It's over. Way to go, Nicky. That's right, man.
Yeah.
However, in 1980, the NFL was forced to prepare for his funeral.
The fuck? A funeral, bitch. Who died?
See, over the last decade, there were 3 separate plane crashes
Oh,
carrying
shit.
sports teams. From the
No.
Marshall University football team to the University of Evansville and the United States boxing team.
No.
All resulting in the deaths of 191 people.
No.
Good evening. A charter jet carrying the Marshall University football team home to West Virginia crashed last night as it tried to land at the Huntington Airport. All 75 persons aboard were killed. It was the worst plane crash in the United States so far this year.
75?
This shook the sports world, and
Bro, imagine if that happened now, y'all. But this would shake up the sports world too. Like, bro, obviously R.I.P. to Kobe, but his death was crazy. Because it's Kobe himself, obviously. But, bro, imagine like a whole NFL team getting wiped out, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. You know how crazy that would be, fam? I don't pray that for nobody, bro. I don't even want to think about that, fam. Like, what would even happen?
made the NFL completely change their views on safety. So they cooked up all kinds of guidelines, like the disaster draft, where if a team suffers a tragedy, the league will host an emergency draft to replace their players. But the
Really?
NFL wanted to improve safety on the field too, so they implemented stricter rules on contact to the head, neck, and face, making sure the chances of disaster were
crazy how the
slim to
game
none,
has
which is
changed.
exactly what the league needed.
John Montana
In
and Jay Rice.
1985, the 49ers drafted the greatest wide receiver of all time, a man who still holds the most receiving yards in NFL history and has the most touchdowns.
My go receiver is Calvin Johnson, y'all. I'm sorry. Y'all can see that. And y'all see my dirty ass room too. Holy shit, I'm fucking at my camera now. What the fuck did I just do, bro? Alright, bro, hold on. What the fuck did I do? What? Why do I touch shit, bro? Like, literally, why do I do that? Now look at my camera. Alright, bro, I'm not editing this shit either, bro. Fuck that. I don't fucking edit, bro. Okay, now this looks weird now. Why did I touch that shit, bro? Y'all didn't even have to see that, bro. Let's move this right here. Let's move it right here's cool, right? Okay, yeah, that's fine, that's fine.
takedowns of all time, the one and only Jerry Rice. But he wasn't the only legend on the Niners, because he teamed up with legendary quarterback
Joe Montana.
And together, those two dominated the rest of the 80s, winning 2 Super Bowls together. These dudes were NFL stars, but by the 90s, an unlikely star would come around to steal the
Who
spotlight.
that?
The
Yeah!
Super Bowl was the most popular thing on TV, pulling in an average 80 million viewers per year. But there was a problem. The halftime shows sucked, and they knew that if they wanted to increase their viewership, they had to get their act together, do something that would get everyone talking about the Super Bowl. So they called up the biggest star in the world, Michael Jackson, and he put on the performance of a lifetime.
Yeah, I heard
Viewership
this
exploding
halftime
to an
show was
insane
crazy.
133 million.
Fireworks, hurricane machines, and the Moonwalker himself formed the centerpiece of the highest-rated television broadcast of all time.
I used to watch some
This
Michael
was the
Jackson
moment
videos,
that
but that's
halftime
not.
shows became the must-see
I've heard
event
a lot of great things and a lot of bad things about Michael Jackson. I don't know what to believe, bitch. Gee, shit.
of the year. I mean, people would tune in just to see the halftime show, and that's still the case to this day.
Do you look like LeBron?
It
What
was
the
June
fuck?
12,
That's
1994.
O.J. Simpson,
Everyone
ain't
was
it?
just going about their day when news broke that the ex-wife of one of the NFL's biggest stars, O.J. Simpson, was
I was gonna crazy text. I'm sorry, y'all. Shit made me kind of cheese. Ah, that was crazy as hell.
stabbed to death. Ex-wife in 1990.
Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. The O.J. Simpson situation, I still don't really like. I'm not really fully aware of yet. So yeah, repeat.
Everyone was just going about their day when news broke that the ex-wife of one of the NFL's biggest stars, O.J. Simpson, was stabbed to death. People were shocked and started to question if O.J. had anything to do with it. But just a couple of days after the murder, every TV station was hit with a breaking news alert saying,
O.J. Simpson vanishes after being charged for a crime his fans never dreamed he could commit.
Unbelievably, the most watched, most wondered about man in America has gone missing tonight.
Yeah, O.J. Simpson was talked about crazy, I know
under
for
the
sure.
noses of his lawyers and doctors this afternoon, dodged an arranged surrender and vanished into the Los Angeles haze. There is nothing like this in memory.
This guy
Nothing
looks
like-
so familiar, bro.
I understand we're going to go to a live picture in Los Angeles. Okay. Police believe he is in that vehicle.
He's
Police
taking
radio
off,
saying that
Ted!
Simpson, the passenger
He's
in the car,
taking
has a gun at his head.
this
What the
was insane.
What?
Saying that Simpson, the passenger in the car, has a gun at his head.
This was insane.
What?
Like, just imagine a player today like Tom Brady going on the run for murder.
That's
It was unlike
crazy!
anything the world had ever seen. So
Bro,
once
social
word
media nowadays would be going stupid too. Oh my gosh, man. And people don't understand how much social media changes shit.
got around, over 95 million people tuned in to watch O.J. speed down the LA highway as he narrowly missed hitting civilians on the road.
Highway Patrol. Yeah, I think I just saw O.J. Simpson on the 5 freeway.
Hey, stop snitching! Stop snitching!
And he like stared us down like he was deaf.
Stop snitching,
After a
Ted!
45-minute chase, O.J. surrendered. But the case was far from over, because as O.J. went to trial, he argued that he had nothing to do with the murders, the evidence had been mishandled, and that the cops had been racist against him. But despite his pleas, all signs pointed
always
to O.J.
racism,
being
man.
guilty. No, the entire public knew it.
I mean, but, like, he could just pick the random ass glove.
Jury in the above entitled action find the defendant Orenthal James Simpson not guilty of the crime of murder.
It's murder trial. Free him now. Murder trial. O.J. Simpson. What y'all know about that Future song, bro? Come on, stop playing. What did I click?
Jury
We're
in
back,
the above
y'all.
entitled action find the defendant Orenthal James
I
Simpson
misclicked.
not guilty of the crime of murder.
Yeah, he had all
Crazy.
charges dropped against him. To this day, though,
So he got charges dropped against him because of one glove not fitting him? I know most of y'all older people, even some people my age might know the situation more because I've never really, like, got in touch with the situation. But that's crazy, fam. That's crazy. There's no way that's the only reason why, like, that they dropped the charge. Because let's say he was in a rush, bro. Let's say he had no, like, types of gloves, man. Like, you feel me? Like, he had no other sizes, but he just put those ones on because those are the only ones that he had at the crib and just used them. You feel me? But, I mean, that is a good, like, reasoning, but shit.
people still think O.J. really did it. And to be honest, it's because of things like this.
Just did you do it?
No, I didn't. After we finished filming, OJ said to me that he had a surprise for me, and I genuinely was surprised. I think it was his idea of a joke.
Now,
no, that's crazy. I'm not gonna. Yo, OJ's a menace. What the? Yo, he sounds like a freaking bird, man. Sounds like those house birds you be having at the crib, man.
It was his idea of a joke.
Nah. That's crazy as fuck. I ain't gonna lie, Joe. Hey, Jake got me on some crack, kid.
Now, this moment really marked the beginning of NFL players going off the deep end, because the rest of the 90s were just as unhinged. Ray Caruth hired a hitman to shoot his girlfriend. Alonzo Spellman just as unhinged.
Wait, what is
NFL players going off the deep end, because the rest of the 90s were just as unhinged. Ray Caruth hired a hitman to shoot his girlfriend. Alonzo Spellman threatened to kill himself with a landline telephone, all because his doctor was late to his appointment. And
What?
Cecil Collins was arrested for breaking into a woman's house to watch her sleep. He just stood there and watched.
What a crazy time with OJ Simpson, bro. What's your opinion on that, bro? Do you think that's enough evidence to plead him to not plead him guilty?
Now, while crime ruled the 90s,
Maybe I should watch like a full video on the OJ Simpson case. Maybe I would fuck with that. I don't know.
cash ruled the 2000s. Between merchandise, TV deals, and sponsorships, business was booming. The NFL was now worth $12 billion. And players wanted their piece of the bag, too.
Let me get some
so to keep their
bread!
stars happy, the NFL was forced to pay a big
Roger
time,
Goodell, let
which
me get
had
some
Brett
money.
Favre now making $47 million for 7 years. Randy Moss was making
You know how many
$66
freaking Levi
million
jeans
for
I seen
8
because of
years.
Brett Favre,
Hell,
man?
even safeties like Lawyer Malloy were making $35 million for
Boy,
7
Brian
years.
Dawkins weren't
NFL
sad.
players were getting you money. But in 2001,
Eric Bledsoe.
Drew Bledsoe smashed
Drew Bledsoe. Holy shit, my fault, y'all. I was thinking about the NBA player, man. He's black, not white.
all the records because he was considered the best quarterback in the league.
That's
and the
crazy
Patriots
how
wanted
Tom
to
Brady
make
took
sure
his
their star
swag.
was taken care of. So they offered a record-breaking $103 million contract for 10 years.
Then was Drew Bledsoe really that guy? I never seen any of his highlights. Cause bro, let's be real. When you talk about the Patriots quarterback, the only person you talk about is Tom Brady. And plus, I wasn't alive back then to see Drew Bledsoe play like that. So, I wonder how good he was for real.
But by 2001, all of that money went to waste. Because immediately after, Drew suffered a collapsed lung and was sidelined for the entire
really?
season. The Patriots were the favorite to win it all that season, and now they were missing their star quarterback and had to rely on their backup. A guy with no experience
Crazy as
was the
hell.
199th pick in the draft.
You saw this tall,
gotta be the
gangly looking
craziest
kid.
shit.
Looked like having ever seen a weight room. Ran a 5'2" something. One of the
come on,
slowest
y'all.
quarterbacks.
Bro, look at his build, y'all. Let's examine his build.
Pick in the draft.
You saw
You look at someone like this, there's no way you think this guy's gonna have 7 Super Bowls. Bro, do y'all see that video of Mahomes, bro, in the locker room with how he has a freaking average body build? It's crazy how these quarterbacks with these builds are freaking killing y'all teams, man.
this tall, gangly.
I didn't deal with Tom Brady for my whole life growing up, man, as a Dolphins fan. Y'all don't understand the struggle. Not to deal with Josh Allen. Who's next, bro?
Looking kid. Looked like having ever seen a weight room. Ran a 5'2" something. One of the slowest quarterbacks in the combine.
Tom Brady has
They're
been put in
running
the
like he runs in my
quarterback and
dreams,
Drew
man.
Bledsoe taken out.
Tom Brady, the second-year quarterback from the University of Michigan, who threw
Shout out
only
Tom Brady,
3
bro. He
passes
really is
in
the
his
GOAT.
rookie year last
No
year.
question
1 for
about
3,
it,
a
y'all. He's the
6-yard
GOAT.
completion, and this is his first duty of 2001. So apparently Bledsoe knocked around a little more than it appeared, and Brady in charge against 5 defensive backs.
This man came in and instantly became a star, leading the team to a Super Bowl and winning it all that season. Brady quickly became.
Wait, Brady came in that season and won the Super Bowl? Nah, that's wild as fuck. Like, it's gonna take a lot for a quarterback to surpass him, bro. The closest quarterback right now that can is Patrick Mahomes, especially if he wins the Super Bowl right this year, bro. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be hard to pass up Tom Brady, bro. And I know people like to say, "Oh, Patrick Mahomes is 0-2 against Tom Brady." Yeah, you can say that, but let's be real. In the Super Bowl, fam, this man Patrick Mahomes had no freaking O-line help, bro. He was running for his damn near life, bro. He probably ran more than what I did in 3 months, man. That whole entire game. And then the first matchup was a classic. I mean, it was a great matchup, bro. It was Patrick Mahomes' first year as a starter, bro, going to the AFC Championship game versus Tom Brady and the New England Patriots, bro. It was back and forth, bro, and then Tom Brady got the ball last, fam. If Patrick Mahomes got the ball last, I'm pretty sure he would have scored too. But Tom Brady got the ball last, fam. And, you know, you don't want to get the ball in Brady's hands with no time left.
In the face of the Patriots, and soon after, the entire NFL. Yeah, if it wasn't for Drew's injury, Tom
Drew
Brady
Bledsoe
might have
I
never
look-y
happened.
feel bad for Drew Bledsoe, though. That's crazy. 2003,
But
baby.
by
I was 1 years old.
2003, there was another quarterback who was dominating the field. A man that could move like a running
Michael
back,
Vick.
throw bombs like Tom Brady.
Mr.
and have
Dogfighter.
defenses dropping to their knees. I'm talking about Michael
Dropping to your
Vick.
knees is crazy,
See,
man.
for the first time ever, the league saw a quarterback that could beat you with no help and could run into the end zone at any moment. Before Michael Vick, quarterbacks were mostly handing off or throwing the ball. But now you got to worry about a quarterback being a damn running back.
Yeah,
And
run
this
that thing,
style of
Mike!
play paved the way for future dual threats
He's so
like
cold.
Lamar Jackson, Cam Newton.
Why you keep that tool like that? Hey, bro, I'm not taking no Lamar disrespect, fam. G. I know it's probably one of the best, this is probably his greatest season to get, like, his only chance to get Super Bowl, bro. But I don't care, fam. I'm riding for my dog Lamar no matter what. He's from my South Florida area, man. Come on, bro. You put 10 next to my neck, I'm fighting for my dog Lamar Jackson, bro. G. He's elite quarterback still. I don't give a fuck what no one says, bro.
Newton and Russell Wilson.
Cam Newton
At
fell
this
off crazy.
point,
Holy
the
moly.
NFL was in its prime.
Okay,
But something
you could,
happened in
okay,
2000
I'm sorry, y'all, but like, bro, for dual threat, you could have put at least like Josh
Russell
Allen or
Wilson.
Mahomes. You didn't have to put Russell Wilson, man. Even though he is a dual threat. Okay, let me not disrespect Russell Wilson, bro. My fault, y'all. My fault.
At this point, the NFL was in its prime. But
Yes,
something happened in
sir.
2004 that scarred NFL fans for life.
What happened, man? Who the heck is this? Bitch, stop screaming in my
It was
ear.
the Super Bowl 38 halftime
Jessica
show. Over
Simpson.
144 million people watching live.
Oh my
You had
god.
little kids to grandparents, all huddled
dog
around their
chihuahuas,
TV.
man?
And they were all excited to see two of the biggest stars in the world perform.
Who that?
Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake.
Okay.
So when they finally took the stage, the world shook.
Why they shook, man?
But during the final minutes of their epic performance,
Just smacking
Justin
buns.
was supposed to rip off a part of Janet's costume to reveal another layer of her outfit. But instead, she had a wardrobe malfunction.
Oh.
And this was
Oh shit. Nah, fuck that, bro. Hey, it was no malfunction. This man Timberlake was trying to get freaky on stage, man. He's like, fuck it, bro. Let's just crash right now. Let's get more views, man. That's what he was thinking, bro. Just like crash on stage. Look at her face, bro. She's like, look Timberlake. He's not
wardrobe
slick, man.
malfunction.
Just not slick. He's like, oh shit, what the fuck did I do? Nah, he was just trying to get freaky on stage. He's not slick.
This went down as the legendary Nipplegate.
Was it planned, Janet?
No.
It was not planned.
Well, what people don't understand.
Why would it be
is
planned?
He was to take and rip the piece off that he did.
The leather piece.
Right, but more came off than what was supposed to.
Yeah,
Now-
because he got too in the moment. You know, he got aggressive with that bitch. He was trying to get all that shit on. Right?
Over the next 3 years,
The
all
GOAT!
exciting.
This is one of my favorite quarterbacks growing up, bro. Hey, my 3 favorite quarterbacks growing up: Peyton Manning, Andrew Luck, and Aaron Rodgers, bro. 3 of my favorites growing up. Obviously, my favorite Lamar, but you feel me?
thing that happened was Peyton Manning having his glow up, winning his second MVP,
Yes, sir,
and taking
Peyton!
home his first ring. And also,
man.
NFL decided to ban touchdown celebrations. One of the dumbest decisions the NFL's ever made. But in 2007,
Man, they hold
shit
T.O., fam.
really
Just
hit the fan.
go.
'cause
Hey, people be hoeing T.O., bro.
the entire team's reputation was ruined. See, it was the first week of the season, and the Patriots were destroying the Jets.
Able to go long for Moss.
Randy Moss!
His first touchdown as a Patriot.
It seemed like the Patriots somehow
That's
knew
Ted
every one of
Pennington,
the
and
Jets'
that's what's his
moves.
name? What's his name? I know
That's
his name.
because they did. Because it turned
I know
out they were
his name. I know.
spying on the Jets, using hidden cameras. And when the NFL launched an investigation, they found out the Pats had been creeping on not only the Jets, but the entire league for
Damn.
almost 8 years.
Hey, Tommy, you
Yeah,
gonna speak
New England was a
on this
bunch
on
of
your
damn
documentary,
cheaters.
man?
So the NFL fined their ass $250,000.
That's
and
nothing compared
made
to
them
now,
give up their
fam.
2008 first-round pick. But despite getting caught and having a target on their back, nothing could stop the Patriots.
I
Because
mean,
that
Tom
same
Brady, man.
season,
Who's
they
gonna
went on
stop
to
Tom Brady?
dominate the league. I mean, they managed to put together the greatest team the NFL had ever seen. They had guys like Randy Moss, Lawrence Maroney, Vince Wilfork, and Sammy Morris
Vince
all
Wilfork,
teamed up with
bro.
Tom
Holy
Brady.
moly.
And together, they went 16-0. All they had to
Hey, man, they can't beat the Dolphins' record. but we can't win a playoff game.
Do was win the Super Bowl, and they would have completed a perfect season.
Tom Brady's
so,
kryptonite,
going into
Eli
the big
Manning,
game,
y'all.
it seemed like a lock for the Patriots. And with a minute left, with the Patriots up, it looked like they were gonna go undefeated until the Giants
David
made
Tyree,
the
baby.
greatest catch in NFL history.
I read a book about that too when I was younger.
Pressure from Thomas off the edge. Eli Manning
stays on his feet. Come on, y'all.
Down the field.
And it's caught by Tyree. Crazy catch on Rodney Harrison.
Ball's thrown and Tyree just goes up for it like a basketball player. Harrison trying to knock it down.
What a catch, bro.
And Eli, man, I don't know how he got out of that.
Thank you, David Tyree and the Giants, for ruining their perfect season.
And just slings it.
Thank God. Thank God for Eli Manning. Was it Flexco Burris? Oh, I thought he sussed him.
The Giants have won the Super Bowl.
Wow, what a moment.
But for Brady and the Patriots,
Brady!
this was the worst moment of their lives. Keep in mind, though, he was only 30 years old, so he knew he would
Crazy.
return next year better than ever.
Crazy.
Well, that is if he wasn't killed.
Wait, what the fuck?
Because in 2009, the Saints were caught trying to kill quarterbacks.
Holy
See,
what?
after the playoffs, the Vikings filed a complaint to the NFL, accusing the Saints of purposely trying to injure them. So, the league launched an investigation into the Saints and discovered something sinister.
Today, our partners at Yahoo Sports uncovered a recording, and on it, a New Orleans coach graphically telling players to inflict injuries in a big playoff game.
Going to tie at the top. Got a lot of guys up at the top. Kill the hit, the body will die.
Oh shit.
Kill the hit, the body will die.
Nah, this is like kill Brett Favre.
In the world to make sure we kill Frank Gore's hit.
Frank Gore? Oh, not Frank Gore. I fought with Frank Gore, man. Damn, bruh. Nah, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You're a school shooter, man. This man was, bro. He probably tried to sneak a gun inside the game, man. The locker room.
We want him running sideways. We want his head sideways.
That's crazy.
The Saints were giving...
I think he was trying to say that he was trying to just like hit him hard, but bro, to say that you want to like kill him basically is crazy.
players bonuses for tearing ACLs, hitting guys with existing injuries, and even paying them $35 grand to try and permanently injure the Vikings quarterback.
Holy shit.
But in the end, the Saints got hit the hardest, because 4 of their players were suspended for a total
Jonathan
of
Vilma
31
was so
games,
good, bro.
and 2
Oh,
of their
what?
coaches were suspended for the entire season.
Damn, crazy.
Over the next few years, we saw some of the most ridiculous moments in NFL history. Marshawn Lynch had a touchdown that was so crazy. All the fans cheering caused a 2.0 magnitude earthquake. Brett Favre sent nudes to a Jets employee and got fined 50 grand.
Wait,
And a
what the fuck?
snowstorm caused the Vikings whole
Wait, what? I think I've heard something like that, but it's crazy, bro.
stadium to collapse.
I remember that. I remember this.
18.3 million in damage.
Damn.
It was ridiculous.
I remember this, bro. Damn, this did not feel like that long ago. What the fuck? Man, bro, hey. Crazy how life moves, y'all.
But the most ridiculous thing was how the NFL almost ruined
Vikings
the league
Stadium was
for a
so nice,
season.
too.
See, the refs felt like they
That's
were
Steve Smith,
overworked
man?
and underpaid. So they went on strike, saying the NFL was a bunch of cheap
Yo, yeah,
asses,
the refs
and they
were
weren't gonna work
ass.
until they got a fair deal. But the NFL responded by laughing in their face and hiring the worst replacements imaginable.
Bro, the
We
worst
had refs
ever.
that had only ever refed in a high school game.
This is
Even
their bad
some
knee,
that had
man.
only refed in a lingerie football
Alright,
league.
bro, who watches women tackle, man? G shit. If you're watching that, bro, you only looking at the ass, man. You don't care if they score a touchdown, bro. You just trying to see if they twerk after they score, man.
Yeah, those were the guys now reffing in the NFL, and it went about as horribly as you'd
That's great.
expect.
Yeah, this
they were
was
out
bad.
there blowing calls and completely ruining games.
The
like
Green Bay
field man
Seahawks, yep.
at the last
Yep,
second.
yep. That was
Seahawks
crazy.
won on a catch.
'Cause that was an
should not have
interception.
counted.
That was an
And fans
interception,
lit
bro.
up the NFL, starting
I remember
a
these
hashtag,
times.
being
Look at Rich
better than
Nichols, man.
replacement refs, and even started boycotting the NFL entirely. Hell, even
I love this,
Obama
y'all.
tweeted about it. Thankfully, though, that nightmare only lasted about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Because the NFL finally made a deal with their refs, giving them a major increase in salary and benefits.
stood on business,
And afterwards, the commissioner even apologized to the fans.
Starting with our fans, and we're sorry to have to bring our fans through that. We're sorry to bring
Yeah, because that was a crazy time, y'all.
Well, the rest of the
Imagine nowadays we get refs like that, bro. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you how much social media be changing shit, bro. Like, it's so much, bro. So, like, you can't really compare players from back then to today either because of social media, bro. Like, with the LeBron Jordan shit, bro, you really can't compare those two, bro. Like, it's so hard to debate it, bro. Because people criticize LeBron for the littlest shit, bro, because of what we have on social media now, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know how much shit we probably missed from Jordan doing, bro, because there was no social media back in the day. Obviously, they had cameras and shit, but, bro, come on.
The decade had some of the most legendary moments in NFL history. Like OBJ's all-time catch, the Packers' miracle in Motown, and the Seahawks throwing away the Super Bowl at the 1-yard line.
Seahawks broke my heart that day, bro.
There's one moment, though, that'll be remembered for all the wrong reasons. The biggest cheating scandal in sports.
Oh, is it the Deflate Gate against Andrew Luck? My God, bro. Hey, I hope Andrew Luck is doing well, fam. I swear to you, but growing up, he was one of my favorite quarterbacks to watch playing. Peyton Manning, Andrew Luck, and Aaron Rodgers were my guys like growing up. Like, I love watching them play football, bro. Man, Andrew Luck, fam, if he would have a Super Bowl right now. I don't care what no one says, bro. But you saw the numbers he put up with that trash ass O-line, y'all. I don't give a fuck, bro. This man should be a Hall of Famer, bro. I don't give a fuck, bro. I know he didn't play enough years, but I do not care, bro. I do not care, bro. This man was literally one of the greatest prospects we've ever seen in NFL history, fam. Prospects, bro. And he came out the gates going crazy. He struggled a little bit his rookie season towards the beginning, then he turned up, fam. And, bro, he was putting up numbers, bro. That's when they had Dante Moncrief. I think they had Reggie Wayne. I forgot who else they had, bro. Is that when they had Freeney? Is that the tight end's name, the white boy? I forgot who else they had, bro. But, man, Andrew Luck, fam. He would have been a Hall of Famer, bro. And I feel like he would have won Super Bowl right now. G-shit, bro. G-shit.
Team playoffs.
No lie.
The New England Patriots were taking on the Colts when Tom Brady threw a pass that got intercepted. But instead of celebrating, the Colts were pissed because the football felt deflated. So they took the ball over to the sideline and showed the ref. And what happened next shocked the entire football world.
It's the latest NFL scandal, and it's dominating the airwaves.
Deflategate. Deflategate.
Deflategate. From the morning shows to talk radio, instead of talking about the Super Bowl, all eyes are on the ball. This ball.
That was the AFC Championship
found
game.
that 11 of the Pats' 12 balls were illegally underinflated.
That is
kind of
crazy.
Immediately got put on blast, getting called cheaters again by angry fans, and having every sports show on TV trash their name. They were even accusing Tom Brady of being the ringleader, because, well, he was the one throwing the balls. And the NFL found some pretty sus texts between Brady and a couple of Patriots employees, talking about air pumps and needles, blowing up balls.
Whoa. I checked some of this morning. The refs for there's a few of them. What? Are these actually real, fam? There's no way these are real. Cause I ain't gonna lie, that looks bad. Fucking watermelon's coming. Holy shit. Nah, bro, I ain't gonna lie, this is crazy.
One of the dudes even called himself.
I was a little younger, y'all, so. Nice dude, Jimmy needs some kicks. Let's make a deal. Cop, come on, help the deflator. Chill, buddy, I'm just running with you. I'm not gonna
The deflator. So, after a year-long investigation, the NFL put their deflated balls right in the Patriots' mouth, suspending Tom Brady for 4 games, taking 2 first-round picks, and fining the team $1 million. But it still wasn't enough to ruin Tom Brady's career, because that season, he made the greatest comeback in NFL history.
That's a crazy scandal,
See,
though,
after dealing with the suspension to start the year,
11
Tom
out of
brought the
12?
Pats all the way to the Super Bowl. And despite being down 28-3,
Fucking Joe broke my heart
only
too,
15
bro.
minutes left in the
Julio
game,
Jones
they
should have a
somehow
ring
came
right now.
back and won it all. After this, Tom Brady became the undisputed GOAT,
Yeah, he's
the
the GOAT.
greatest
No question
player
about
in
it.
NFL history.
No question
and
about
it's
it.
not even a debate. Now, between 2017 and 2020, the NFL had its craziest time period ever. The Browns lost every single game for almost 2 years straight. Aaron Hernandez went off the deep end. Pats owner Robert Kraft was busted at a rub and tug. Colin Kaepernick kneeled for the national anthem. Pats owner Robert Kraft
Holy shit, you're horny.
Kraft was busted at a rub and tug. Colin Kaepernick kneeled for the national anthem.
Oh, you fucking fell off so crazy, Colin Kaepernick.
Gronk broke the Super Bowl trophy. Saints fans tried to sue the NFL. And Tom Brady went to the Buccaneers and won his 7th ring at 42 years old.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's
Things got pretty
unbelievable.
ridiculous. But now, we gotta talk
I'm sorry, y'all. As much as I love Patrick Mahomes, bro, Patrick Mahomes and Kelsey will never compare to Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski, bro. Crazy, bro.
about the most ridiculous player in NFL history. The dude that's known for jumping into goalpost, nuts.
He was so good, yo.
And even arriving to practice in a hot air balloon. I'm talking about Antonio
ABA.
Brown.
He was going in his prime, y'all.
NFL saw him lose his damn mind.
He was top 5 in his prime. I don't care, bro.
In the middle of a game.
Odd situation.
this
Antonio
is crazy.
Brown boiled over, very upset. upset on the sideline, took off his shoulder pads. Mike Evans, O.J. Howard trying to convince him to keep them on. Obviously, they were unable to do so. He tossed his shoulder pads, stripped off his shirt and glove, threw those into the crowd, then ran across the field while the teams were still on the field, giving the crowd a peace out sign. I'll let you know when we hear something official on his status.
Thank you, Jen. It may be an Antonio Brown out in Tampa Bay.
Yeah, that was actually the last time we ever saw AB in the NFL. And since then, the game has had some huge...
I really think that hit from Vontaze Burfict really fucked him up, bro. I'm dead serious, fam. CT is crazy, bro. You see Chandler Jones now? Just saying that AB and Chandler Jones do a CT podcast. Y'all funny, guys.
Changes. Tom Brady retired, the Raiders moved to Las Vegas, and stars like Patrick Mahomes are earning bags we've never seen, making a ridiculous $503 million for a 10-year contract.
I'm sorry, y'all.
That is $500 million for throwing a damn ball.
Crazy.
Well,
How back then it was wild.
is even crazy.
Let's see what this
Recently,
guy's talking about in the
NFL
future.
dropped a documentary exposing their plans
Hey, this is the channel I was talking about, NFL Throwback. My fault.
to implement artificial intelligence into football, where they announced that fans will know exactly what play a team's gonna run, because AI is gonna start showing plays before they even happen.
We can do the same type of thing with next-gen stats.
Dude,
We
that's a
can
good
overlay
idea.
player routes and understand the play before it even happened.
Yeah, and that's not it, because pretty soon, players won't be able to do anything without a camera on them, because the NFL is gonna let fans track them using AI software. Hell, they even want to put mics on every single player, so
I was gonna say, for that to like tell everyone what the play's gonna be before that, why would you want to do that though? Cause like, weren't they like, didn't the NFL get mad at Tony Romo? No, look, Tony Romo, I ain't gonna lie, he is one of my favorite announcers to watch. But he was more likable back then when he was allowed to like guess the play or whatever because of his NFL genius. He has brains. He's a smart NFL player. But didn't the NFL get mad at him or tell him to calm down a little bit because of that? Like, oh, stop like saying the calls and shit or whatever. But you guys are gonna make like this shit happen, this futuristic shit happen to show that the play before it happens. Why the hell would you do that? And why the hell would you get mad at Tony Romo for calling out the plays then? Because if anything, do you know how many teams could cheat off this shit? Like, what the hell?
fans can pick between who they want to hear. Also, there's even been discussions of replacing refs.
I don't like that. I don't like that, bro. Cause then like now they have to worry about what they're gonna say, fam. Like the NFL players, bro. Like, bro, I don't give a fuck, bro. Cause you know some NFL players saying crazy shit, man. You know that's just how it is, bro. That's just how it is, bro. And people are gonna look at them different and all that. I don't like that idea. I don't like let's mic up everybody, bro. Nah, bro. Nah, just mic up like whoever you're gonna mic up, bro. Not everyone, dude.
Early with AI, this is the future of the NFL. And keep in mind, we're only a couple of years into AI, so in 5 or 10 years, the game's gonna look a whole lot different.
It's crazy. What a vid, bro. Rebound, I love your videos, bro. G shit, he probably's not watching this, obviously, bro, because he's a busy guy. I'm liking this video, obviously. Rebound, hey, fam. I'm gonna have to check out more of your football videos, bro. G shit, fam. Like, bro, I used to watch his basketball videos all the time, bro. Oh, he does. Is this like a mixture? Does he have 2 channels, or is this his only channel now? Does he not do NBA no more? Interesting. Nah, bro, but no cap, fam. Bro, does he have another channel? Albie still has his OG rebound channel with the NBA and shit. But hey, man, shout out to you, bro. If y'all want me to react to more rebound football videos like this, let me know and I will do it. Or if you want me to react to regular rebound videos too. But I don't know if he has that other channel yet or not. Or still, let me see. I'm doing this on here, bro, because I don't give a fuck. Damn. Okay, he does. Okay. Okay, it's just been a minute for him. Okay. He might be used to switching more to the NFL now because he probably ran out of NBA ideas. I mean, it takes a toll out of you too, and you want to switch it up. I see. But man, shout out to Rebound, bro. Make sure I go sub to his channel, bro. He is the GOAT. Love all of his videos, bro. Peace to y'all, bro. Get on my screen, shit!